when we finally access buried grief and it starts to come up, there can be an initial resistance because we still feel like this grief will destroy us, obliterate us. And sometimes it's especially pronounced if something happened in childhood. But we're not children anymore. And so we respond to this knowledge in a totally different way. I was told that the way they train circus elephants to be captive, essentially, is they take a young baby and they tie its back foot to a rope and they tie that rope to a post. And the baby tries to get away and fails. And after a few attempts, it gives up and accepts the fact that it's captive. Then it grows up to be a giant elephant, and it still is tied to the same post, the same rope. It believes it can't escape because it tried when it was little. And I think this is such a great analogy for us and our emotions, how we might think that something, if we relive it or re-experience it, or you just allow the memory to come up from childhood, that it'll destroy us. But we're not children anymore. We have an emotional infrastructure of an adult. So when these things come up, we actually can process them quite quickly, especially if we do it within therapy. I remember going back home and seeing a tree that I fell out of that I was sure that that branch was 50 feet high, and it was about 5 feet high. Our perspective is totally different now. And so when we bring things up from our past, they don't destroy us. And in fact, we can process them intelligently and with some wisdom and compassion. And it's very healing. And it can make a huge difference in terms of our relationships. Because as you know, we often end up dating the same person over and over again, disguised in different bodies and faces. We can't understand why we keep doing that. And the reason, of course, is it's us. It's our trigger mechanism. It's our dysfunction. And once we start healing things like what I'm talking about, it changes the choices we make, who we're attracted to, who we need to spend time with, who we want to spend time with. And so I find that breath work even changes your relationships. It can be very healing for your relationships, or beginning relationships with people who would be better suited for you.